Welcome back to Internet Wealth Ignition, and now we're going to discuss repurposing your content. Because again, the goal here is for you to ignite your internet empire and start accelerating your traffic and your sales and everything else. To do this, you've got to adopt an empire mindset, and part of this is getting maximum efficiency and maximum bang for your buck out of all the content that you create or that gets created for you. So the average internet marketer will look at this in a very narrow way. Let's say he'll write an article, he'll post that article on his blog, and that'll be the end of it. That'll be the only function, the only use of that article. Now, what I want you to think differently. When I create an article, I'm going to repurpose that article and get as much mileage as possible out of it. I'm going to use it in all kinds of different ways to build backlinks to my site and to get traffic. So for example, first I might write the article, and the first place I put it is on my site. I want my best original content to be on my money site. Then I will use a program called The Best Spinner, which you are seeing on screen right now. You put the article into The Best Spinner, and it's very easy to learn. The Best Spinner allows you to rewrite your sentences and your words to create unique versions of the article, to create multiple versions, okay? Now you want to spin it to a high level of uniqueness. You want to rewrite each sentence a few times, and you want to replace a lot of the synonyms. And once you get to a uniqueness score of above 90%, that means you can output 50 or even 100 versions of this same article. And because the sentences and the words are changed, each of these articles will be seen as being unique in the eyes of Google. Of course, in case you don't already know, unique content is what it's all about. If Google sees this as being duplicate content, it won't do you any good. So you'll use a spinner. Then you can take that spun version of your article, otherwise known as the spin tax, and you can use an article distribution service like Unique Article Wizard. You submit your spun article to them, and then you insert your links, and then it will disseminate that article to dozens of different sites, all of which are giving you backlinks and traffic. You can also take these spun versions and you can manually post them on sites like ezine.com. Have an account there, post one of your spun versions, and at the bottom of the article, in your resource box, you can include links back to your site. Other Web 2.0 properties are like Squidoo, Hub Pages. Below this video, I'm giving you a list of other Web 2.0 sites and article directories that you can submit these spun articles to. So you see already, just having written one article and then spent, let's say 30 minutes spinning it and then outputting it, you have ammunition that you can use to get this same piece of content basically all over the place, all over the internet, generating tons of links back to your money site. You can also take this article and you can turn it into a video. It's very easy to do. We've all got cameras on our phones. Everyone's got cameras these days, right? So why not sit down at your desk or go in your backyard and shoot a video of you either reading your article out loud or perhaps just sitting back and talking about your article and discussing some of the key points that you covered. Now, again, don't think your video needs to have high production value or have mind-blowing content to deserve to be on YouTube. YouTube, how many ridiculously stupid, mundane videos are on there? There's billions of them, And sometimes these silly articles can go viral and get just thousands and even millions of views. So if you put any creativity into your video at all, and I do encourage you to do that if you have some ideas, the more creative and clever you can be with this, the more chance there is of you getting a lot of views and a lot of links back to your site, and people are bookmarking your video, sharing it, and the next thing you know, this one article that you've turned into a video that you shoot on your iPhone or on your webcam can do tremendous amounts of good for your website and for your traffic. So, also, you can take this article, you can turn it into a PDF document, and you can submit it to document sharing sites such as Scribd.com, DocStock, or SlideShare. SlideShare is actually a PowerPoint sharing site where people can share their slides. Like if you went to a seminar and there was a presentation on PowerPoint, they can then upload their slides to SlideShare to share them with other people. You can turn your article into a PowerPoint series of slides, upload it to SlideShare. It may not be the world's most fascinating PowerPoint presentation, but who cares? The point here is to spread this around in as many places as possible and get exposure, get eyeballs on it, and get links pointing back to your site. So you see with that one article, you can accomplish all of these things and other things too if you think creatively. Now, with videos, these are tremendous as well. And when you think in terms of creating content for your site, always think in terms of videos as well. If you're not a writer, then videos could be an even greater way for you to get exposure for your site and get backlinks, because videos can be so easy to shoot. Now, let's say you shoot a video. Let's say it's you just sitting at your desk, talking about tips on how to improve your golf swing, or tips on how to play the guitar, you know. Take that video, and then you can get it transcribed into an article, and then turn that article into a PDF, and then share that PDF in the doc sharing sites, and then take that article and post it on your site, and then spin it, and then submit it. You know, there's endless ways to go with this. Just the bottom line is this: for each piece of content that you create, whether it's an article or a video or whatever, there are multiple ways to repurpose it and get it out there. So with that video, you might also want to use it as an opt-in gift. You know, right here on the screen, what I'm showing you is a squeeze page, okay? And this squeeze page is offering you a free video training course if you get on the newsletter. Now, the graphic makes it look like you're getting some huge DVD kit that's worth a ton of money, right? But all this video course is a series of videos that were shot, you know, on somebody's iPhone probably, or maybe with a video camera. But the point is, all it is a series of videos that probably took a few hours to put together, and yet it looks like this very impressive package that you're going to get just by giving your email address. All right, this is a great marketing trick. So creating videos can be a great way to come up with to quickly come up with an opt-in gift to bribe people to get on your mailing list. You create a squeeze page, which we'll be discussing squeeze pages in more detail later on in this Internet Wealth Ignition course. But you set up a squeeze page, as you're seeing on screen right now, and on the next page, if you sign up, you're going to get this video training course. So create a whole series. And then, of course, your video will go to YouTube. You know, YouTube is the 800-pound gorilla of video sites. Nothing else comes close. And when you submit your video to YouTube, I want you to create multiple versions. This is a great tactic for repurposing your content. You make your video, and then by simply shaving a few seconds off the end or adding a few seconds of just black screen, now, because your video is of a different length, when you upload it with a new title, YouTube sees it as two different videos. So you can take one video, you can create 10 different versions. They all have different titles, and they all have a slightly different length, okay? By doing that, you now have 10 videos up on YouTube, all of them getting views, ranking for keywords, and getting you links and getting you traffic. You can also, if you want to go a step further, there are some pretty cool services you can sign up for, which I've used in the past. One of them is called TubeMogul.com. One of them is called TrafficGeyser.com. And what these sites do, you take one video, you upload it, and then these sites will blast that video out to dozens of different video sharing sites. YouTube is not the only game in town. There are tons of other ones, like Dailymotion is another big one, and Vimeo is another big one. And again, these videos get out there, they all get views, and they all have links pointing back to your site. So you see, with one video, you can accomplish all of this. You can have actually hundreds of versions if you wanted to, all over the internet. Now, here's another idea. Recently, I had an ebook created. I actually found an outsourced writer, and I had him write an ebook for me on a certain topic. So, for most marketers, that would have been the end goal. You hire the writer, you get your ebook, you sell your ebook. But I repurposed it. I took the ebook, and I cut it up. I call this cannibalizing it. I took the ebook and I cut it up into 600-word, 700-word chunks. And out of those chunks, I created articles that I then posted on the blog for that site. So I have my website selling the ebook, and I also have a blog on that website, which you should always do, because having that blog, Google likes to see that, you know, the content, you know, you're ranking for keywords, getting more traffic in there. So I cut up the ebook into chunks. I filled up a whole blog with like 40 good articles. And I also took that ebook and I created a video course out of it. All I had to do was sit down and with a microphone, and I recorded a series of audio clips with me just reading the ebook out loud, and then having slideshows of pictures accompanying my narration. Those videos can then be uploaded to YouTube, or I can even create a video course to bundle with my ebook. So I'm selling my ebook, but on top of that, I'm also giving you a bonus package. I'm giving you a video training course. And all the video training course really is me reading the book out loud, you know, in a video format with a slideshow presentation going on. I can also take that ebook and record it as an audio course. So now, bonus number 2, you get the ebook, you get the video course, you also get the audio course. And all the audio course is me with a microphone recording the whole book as an audio book, as an MP3 file. So every time I create an ebook or I have one written for me, every time I have an article written for me, every time I create a video, I'm finding all kinds of different ways to repurpose the content and get it out there all over the internet. Follow the same strategy, and you'll see your traffic and your sales start to multiply. This is a smart way to go about content creation because your time is your most valuable asset, and you simply cannot build this empire and ignite your sales and your income if you're sitting there chained to a desk 8 hours a day pumping out articles. Okay? It's about outsourcing, but it's also about whatever you create personally, whether it's a video, an audio, an article, a book, finding ways to take that piece of content and spread it all over the web, okay, to drive traffic back to your money site and your offers, okay? So in the next video, which is the final video in this module on content creation, I'm going to talk to you about calls to action because all of this content, they're all going to have links pointing back to your site. And you want to set up those links and create calls to action at the bottom of every video, at the end of every article. You want to give your users a compelling reason, okay, some motivation to click that link and to go to your site and take action, to buy something, to buy whatever it is you're selling, okay? So, I'll see you in the next video.